Hello everybody! Today I want to introduce you to the newest member of my fuzzy family. I decided to foster a little baby kitten. And I actually didn't have any plans to foster a cat for a while, but a number of things happened and here we are. Oh, by the way, this video I'm gonna post some pictures of him before and after and different stages of his recovery process. Some of the pictures are a little bit gross and they might be triggering, so if you really don't like gore or anything like that, then I really suggest that you don't watch this video because it is pretty gross. I won't post some of the worst ones, but I think it's important to see where he was to how he is now because he's made such a great recovery. I wanted to film this video with him, but he's taken a nap. First of all, I want to preface this video by saying that Japan kind of has a problem with stray cats. A lot of countries do, in fact most countries do, but Japan in particular, there's honestly so many, and at first on the outside it looks kind of cute. Like you watch a lot of documentaries about the island that's covered in stray cats or how stray cats sometimes live at shrines, and honestly it looks really cute, but stray cats often don't live very long and they're very prone to diseases and fleas and eye infections and stuff like that. So honestly, having so many stray cats is not a good thing. I've been following an organization on Facebook for the last few years. They're called the Japan Cat Network. And basically what they do is, it's completely volunteer run. They find stray cats and they spay neuter them and then they release them. You can kind of tell if a cat's been spayed or neutered and then released because they have a cut in their ear. It kind of looks like a cherry blossom petal. It's really cute. But yeah, that's what they do, and in doing that they save generations and generations of stray kittens which probably would die prematurely. So I'm a really big fan of their work. Okay, so a few weeks ago I was on their page. I often check and I like to watch the stories of them rescuing kittens and saving them and bringing them back to health again, and one of them really stuck out to me. It was a pair of two kittens and they were on the brink of death. They were starving, they had fleas, they both had like really gross eye infections and respiratory conditions. They had so many things wrong with them and it didn't seem like they would make it. One of them sadly didn't make it. There was a brother and a sister. The little sister they named Dilly. She didn't make it. I guess her body was a little bit too weak. But the boy, he made it. They named him Ginger Bean for the time being, and he was very small and he had a really bad eye infection, and it seems like possibly he would be blind because it was so bad, and he just had so many problems. But the woman who was taking care of him, she did such a good job taking him to the vet, and they got him injections in his eye and creams and eye drops and things like that. His respiratory condition completely cleared up. He got rid of all his fleas and he's completely on the road to recovery. It seems like his eyes won't completely ever fully heal, but he's doing very good. So I was keeping up with his story and I actually mailed the person who was taking care of him just because I wanted to learn a little bit more, maybe see some pictures and maybe see if I could help find a foster. And they mailed me back, and basically they said that they're asthmatic and they were I think they were about to move or they were going somewhere else, and it was very hard for them to look after Ginger Bean. And I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna have to take it, aren't I? So I offered if they would let me foster him, and I have recently moved into a big place. I have another cat. I just felt like it might be a good environment for him, and they agreed. And in order to foster or adopt in the Japan Cat Network, what you have to do is first you have to fill out an application form, and then they give you a little interview. and then they do a house visit. They do this because a lot of people in Japan get pets without living in apartments that allow pets, and then because of this a lot of people end up abandoning them. Also, I think that sometimes people get kittens for like really bizarre reasons, like they use them for training for dog fighting. They use it to instill aggression in dogs and stuff like that. So basically, if you have kittens and you want to give them away, you should always make sure that it's going to someone that can actually take care of them. So I picked him up from the station. One of the volunteers actually took him on the Shinkansen all the way from Kyoto to Tokyo, and I went to go pick him up, and he's very, very small. He's about 4 months old, but I think he's actually even a little bit smaller than a regular kitty would be at that age. I've seen a bunch of pictures, but I wasn't sure exactly what his condition would be in when he arrived. His eyes are not great. Basically, one of them he can't really see at all and is very, very sore. It's almost completely shut. The other one he can see, but it's kind of clouded. I feel like he can just see shadows, but that doesn't stop him. He's incredibly lively. It doesn't seem like he's in pain, and he eats like a horse. So I think he's doing pretty good. One thing is he has kind of like a gash on his shoulder. They said that they took him to the vet and there was some kind of sensitivity or allergy, and because of that he started scratching, and he scratched so much that he took off like some of his flesh. It's really, really bad. But luckily, since he's been here, he hasn't scratched, so I'm hoping that whatever he was allergic to isn't in my house. The first day I brought him home, I thought that he was going to be really scared. Like usually when you bring a cat home they're very scared, but he wasn't scared at all. He immediately jumped out of the carrier and started running around and exploring. I introduced him slowly to my cat Hades, and Hades kind of looked at him like, what is that? But he wasn't scared, even though that Hades' body is so much bigger than his. He just keeps trying to play with Hades and chase him, and it was honestly a nightmare, so I'm trying to keep them separate as much as I can. They've kind of reached an agreement where they mostly either leave each other alone or play, or they just like to sleep in the same area, but apart from that they're mostly separate, so it's good. Okay, so I thought I could bomb them if they ate at the same time, but this is supposed to be Hade's food and this is supposed to be Horus's food, so they're just eating each other's food. Like this is for adult cats and that one's baby food. My worry is that they would fight, but it seems like that's not going to happen. Hades is very, very gentle and he mostly just bats the little guy away. I've been sleeping downstairs and making sure that the little guy is okay, and so far nothing bad has happened, so hopefully nothing bad will happen. About his medicine, he has eye drops for his eyes, two kinds, and he needs them daily, and then he also has the cream for his neck, and also this kind of like antibacterial shampoo, and I guess it just makes sure it doesn't get infected. I'm more concerned about the wound than I am his eye right now, but I've been putting the cream and the shampoo and it seems like it's clearing up and he's not really scratching it, so I think it'll be okay. The name that he is given is Ginger Bean, and that's a really, really cute name. His official name, which it will kind of the same way I call Hades, his name is Hades, but I mean I mostly just call him Hade-chan or a bunch of other nicknames. But for this little guy, I thought that I would call him Horus. Horus is an ancient Egyptian god, and he actually also only had one eye. The lore behind him is very, very interesting. He had a great battle with another god and he lost an eye. And one of his eyes is supposed to be the sun and one is supposed to be the moon, and he can't see so well out of one of them because obviously the moon is darker than the sun. So a really, really beautiful story, and I thought that it matched up pretty well and it goes with the deity theme I'm having with my cats apparently. So for the meantime, I'm gonna call him Horus or Horukun for short. I think having a cat with a disability is gonna be quite a big challenge for me, but I have space, and I have Hada-chan, which he's a pretty good boy, and I think he will kind of help the little guy to heal and maybe perk him up when he's feeling sad. And it seems like his eyes and his wounds are actually not as bad as I thought. I was actually expecting it to be much worse. I actually originally thought that he would be completely blind. So honestly, anything, I mean, it's only up from here. My goal is that I want to get him completely healed as much as I can. Like, he probably will never be able to see out that eye, and probably this eye will always be a little bit dodgy, but I want to get his neck completely healed, and then when he's a little bit bigger and stronger, then I will consider looking for a home for him, or I might keep him. I don't know. I agreed to foster because I wasn't really planning on adopting another cat, and I wasn't sure how he would be with Hades, and it seemed like kind of a dire situation. But for now, I'm just gonna take it day by day, and my priority is that I can get him healed. So finally, thank you for watching. Please let me know your experiences fostering or adopting. Let me know what you think of Horus. I know he's probably not gonna win any beauty contests, but I think he's very cute and charming, adorable, and very brave. So thank you once again, and please subscribe.